Today, we're going to do something a little different. Instead of looking at a whole book, we're going to dive deep into one single powerful chapter from Betty Smith's classic, A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. We're zooming right in on a small story set back in 1912, a story that tells us so much about life, survival, and yeah, the secrets we all keep.
So, right at the heart of this chapter is this incredible contrast. You've got a closet just bursting with these vibrant, beautiful dresses, but it's concealing a really profound family tragedy. It's the perfect setup for one of those timeless themes, right? The massive difference between how things look on the surface and the painful reality that's hiding just underneath.
And the whole thing kicks off so simply, so innocently. Our main character, a young girl named Francie Nolan, just heads upstairs to visit her neighbors, the Gaddis family. Her friend Flossie is getting ready for a party, and Francie is super excited to see her latest spectacular costume. It all seems totally normal.
But, the second Francie steps inside that apartment, we get the first hint of tragedy. She sees Flossie's brother, Henny. Now, Francie's been told that Henny is dying from consumption, tuberculosis. But when she looks at him, she just can't believe it. He doesn't look sick, at all. In fact, he looks almost wonderfully healthy.
And this is where it gets really interesting. Through Francie's eyes, Henny's got this clear skin, a beautiful pink color in his cheeks, and his eyes burn steadily like a lamp protected from the wind. But Henny knows the truth. He is furious with life. He's constantly muttering to someone who isn't there, talking about his fate, and turning his mom's loving words into this bitter, awful joke.
And this quote, wow, it just hits you right in the gut. It's the core of his tragedy. He's 19. He's desperate for life. He's full of passion, but he's trapped by this disease that's just eating him away. And that feeling of cosmic unfairness, it just radiates off the page. He can't wrap his head around his own doom, and that just makes it all the more heartbreaking.
Okay, so now let's shift gears and talk about his sister, Flossie, because her story builds on this in a really powerful way. See, to get away from the gloom of her brother's illness, Flossie has thrown herself into this incredible creative passion. She makes these elaborate, beautiful costumes. It's her escape, it's her joy, it's her entire world. Think about that. Every single Saturday night, without fail, Flossie is at a masquerade ball, and she never, ever wears the same thing twice. She's famous for these stunning, original outfits. So from the outside, she looks like the life of the party, right? A vibrant, creative girl who's just living her best life, even with all the sadness at home. But Francie, being a kid and noticing things, she picks up on this one peculiar detail. Every single costume, no matter what it is, has one defining feature: a long flowing sleeve on the right arm. So the question is obvious: why? And here's the answer. Flossie is hiding her own secret. When she was a kid, a terrible accident left her right arm horribly burned, with withered, purpled skin. So the costumes, and especially that one long sleeve, they aren't just for fun. They are her carefully constructed illusion. It's her way of feeling beautiful and hiding her own pain from the world. And the absolute epicenter of this illusion is her closet. When Flossie's mom dramatically throws open the door, Francie is just hit with this wave of brilliant color. This isn't just a closet. No way. It's a shrine to Flossie's creativity, and it's a fortress that's been built to keep all of her family's secrets safe. And just look at the sheer volume of stuff in there. Betty Smith makes this great point that poor people have a great passion for huge quantities of things, and Flossie is proof of that. She doesn't just have a few options, she has an entire system. 6 satin sheaths, 6 underskirts, and at least 20 chiffon sleeves of every color you can possibly imagine. And then there are the prizes. 24. Think about that. 24 silk umbrellas all won as first prize at those masquerade balls. And they're all rolled up tight, never going to be used. See, they aren't for keeping the rain off, they are trophies. They're proof that her illusion is working, that the world sees her as beautiful and clever. It's this desperate, tangible collection of validation. But then, as Francie is just standing there, admiring all this color and beauty, something shifts. A sudden, chilling feeling just comes over her. Through her kid's intuition, she senses that there's something else in that closet, something lurking just behind all those brilliant fabrics. And this line from the book, it'll just stop you in your tracks. Francie imagines death itself, wrapped in a somber cloak, with a grinning skull and bones for hands, hiding behind the cerise and orange and pea green chiffon, and she realizes it's waiting. It's waiting for Henny. In that one moment, Francie gets it. She understands the truth. The costumes aren't just hiding Flossie's scarred arm. All this color, all this desperate creativity, this weekly celebration of life, it's all an attempt to hide from the family's greatest fear, Henny's inevitable death. The brightness is a shield against the darkness that they just can't escape.
And that leaves us with this really profound question, doesn't it? The Gaddis family built this entire, elaborate world of costumes and prizes just to cope with unbearable pain. It really makes you wonder, what beautiful lies, what colorful distractions do we all construct in our own lives just to survive the things we can't bear to face?